Hi, it's me.
My God.
I'm the singing Joker. I'm here to talk about crimes. Look at me dance on the steps with Lady Gaga. It's time to sing about crimes.
I guess we're doing a foy tra today, because with us we got Jeremy Kaplowitz of Curators Podcast and DibsNext.com. Jeremy, how's it going?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Hell yeah, dude. This is going to be fucking sweet, man. So everybody smoke a bunch of fucking weed or whatever, dude.
Depending on what state you're in, that's a crime.
Well, yeah, we can talk about it. Absolutely.
Please do crimes while watching this stream. That's I can't be held legally liable for that statement.
By the way, shout outs to the people who already subbed to the channel. Oop Marie, of course, as always. Mothra Sighting, thank you so much. As well as Darkath14, who just says crimes. Twinkle Twat says, so by fuckability, absolutely not. We'll talk about that in a second. Are we rapping about coming in our pants or cutting our dicks off this time? No, we're not, Sun Gang. Thank you for the sub. And I don't play video games. Thank you for the sub who says, what's up, y'all? No, it's not by fuckability, you pervs, because that would be a sex crime. Jake, take it away.
Folks, we thought about this. We tried to figure it out, and we really want to talk about how fun it would be to do specific crimes, but there's a limit to how good we are as comedians. If you can put up the graphic, James, producer James, we're not doing any sex crimes. No SVU stuff. Don't ask about it. It's weird. I don't want to see everybody in chat being like, you forgot bestiality. Excuse me, what of bestiality? No, that's SVU shit. We're not doing it.
I want to pull
Talk about iced tea. We're not talking about iced tea, man.
Well, iced tea in some ways, maybe we will. So maybe some of his crimes from back in the day. You know what I mean?
If the crime has to be solved by Mariska Hargitay, that's the sign that you in chat have to go away. That's the rhyme. That's how it's easy to remember.
Daddy Nuggy Nugs, thank you again for the sub. Also, really quick, what's it called in like font nerds talk about all the time with the spacing between letters?
Kerning.
The kerning
is awful.
To pull
the kerning is awful.
Jake made this card. The kerning on this card makes me want to throw.
Yeah, it's real bad. It's real bad. I fucked up my settings. I fucked up my settings in GIMP, and I don't know how to fix it.
I want to die looking at it. It just is so wrong. Everything. You find all these, you're like, why is the apostrophe between the N and the T so weird?
It's very weird. Just focus on Stabler. And it's going to be okay.
Gloomy Ghost, exactly. Is bad kerning a crime on the list? It should be. Jesus Christ, I would lock him up, dude. All right.
It makes me not want to follow that rule.
Yeah.
I'm gonna break it.
Golly, dude, that is some brutality right there. Yeah. All right.
I will switch to PhotoP, Brittany. That is a good piece. That's a much better open source image editor software.
What do I do Canva. Was that Canva?
No. I'm old school. I still use GIMP. This is a highly it's the name of it. It's the GNU image manipulation project.
I think the leather guy in Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. No, I mean, would you believe the people responsible for open source software programming don't have the highest level of tact or taste?
Okay,
would you believe that?
I call that guy up, but then he just uses PhotoP, so it's kind of
yeah.
Hey, don't worry, Jake. Now everybody's making fun of me for saying Canva because it's probably, I guess, Canva, like canvas, but whatever. Who gives a shit? Can we get to the first fucking crime? Sick of everything right now.
Crime number one.
Cuckoo. We actually have sound effects.
Shoplifting.
Ooh. That was
shoplifting.
Yeah, go on.
I mean, shoplifting is so fun that even people who can afford the items in the store are still tempted to do it. So that's like a pretty like strong case for shoplifting being fun.
Adam Eve, thank you so much for the sub. I haven't thought about GIMP in ages. Yeah, I don't. It's crazy. What was I going to say?
Shoplifting is that you get something in the end. Like you actually get a little token. It's like going on a little trip.
Shoplifting's one of those few crimes that people just do for the fun of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they don't even care about the token at the end so many times. They do it for the thrill. I think this actually, shoplifting is pretty high because I think the repercussion isn't that bad unless you're Winona Ryder. And the thrill factor, the fun factor is kind of a big part of it. And yes, also, though, too, to add to it, you get something good at the end. Shoplifters, sometimes some of these people are shoplifters for life. We're not talking about somebody who has to, like, rob a bank because they're, like, trying to, trying to feed their family or do drugs or both. You know what I mean? That's, like, maybe not
One
as
of the
fun.
only honest American jobs.
Exactly.
robbing a bank.
Yeah, no one's like, I rob banks on the weekend for fun. Like, just I get a rise out of it. It thrills me. You know what I mean? But shoplifting is something even grown-ass adults do just out of the sheer want to be on the roller coaster ride at the mall, you know?
Yeah.
Once you make robbing
shoplifting
your career, it stops being fun. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
It's
the
a
matter,
hobby.
man? It used to be about the stealing. You sold out ever since the Morocco job.
So yeah, I feel like shoplifting kind of gets high up on there a little bit. I think, what do you think, Jake?
I mean, in terms of like, if you need to steal from a store and you get the thing for free, that's a win. That's fun. If you're just bored and just like need the weirdly high tension thrill of just like stealing gum from a CVS for no reason, again, pretty victimless. Shoplifting, I feel like, is a pretty great crime. One that we all find relatable. I don't know if it's S tier. I would put it at maybe A or B.
All right, before we rank it, though, Kitty Catnip Party Hats. Man, that's a really difficult name to say. Thank you so much for making it so weird and challenging. Asks a very important question. Where is Tearzo? Tears of the Clown. How you doing tonight, huh? Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah. Yeah, I hope Strangling's on the list. Thank you so much for being here, Tearzo, as always, and we'll get into some
Already people
balloons.
are wondering whose blood that is, and I hope not to know.
We'll find out slowly throughout the show.
I assume it was a
plot.
different, weaker clown. That's in my head. That's how that went down.
All right, so I think that, yeah, maybe S. I don't know what an S crime is for fun. I need to review this list.
That's in your heart. I feel like that's the crime that resonates most with you.
Shoplifting's definitely, like, I don't think it's S. I think it's B or A, but I think it's high up because people literally do it for funsies, but it's also kind of like lame in a certain way. It's like shoplifting, like, really, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
If one of my friends, like, okay, here it is. Teenager, the most fun you can have in your life.
Right.
If one of my fellow middle-aged friends, like, we just left a Nordstrom because we needed to get dress shirts for somebody's wedding, and he's like, hey, check this out, and he has, like, a pair of socks in his, like, jacket, like, inner pocket, I'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Right.
You are broken inside.
But it's always
It's
fun
the
to
Boondock Saints of crimes.
Yeah,
It's like,
oh my
yeah,
God.
if you
Ooh.
can, then
That is
sure.
going to rank it a D. You mean it was like you had a poster of it in college, even though you were fucking blackout drunk every time you watched it?
Oh my God,
And then
that's
10
the
years
angle.
later, you tried
That's
to
the
watch it, and
angle.
it's lame as fuck. Yeah, you're
That's
right.
Yeah, it fucks over the employees of some store. It's not victimless like murder or something cool.
Right. Totally. I say I'm kind of feeling more B-ish about shoplifting. By the way, someone asked how we're ranking these. I guess I hope we did specify this, is that we are ranking these by fun factor purely. Okay.
Yeah.
Fun
factor.
purely by fun factor.
Man, I think it depends on the person, too. My shady, selfish, and also perfectly well-off ex-BF, this is from Toxic Crusader, let a store clerk accidentally miss the scan on a $100 jacket without saying anything, and it was in that moment I knew he sucked for sure and had to get away. Well, there you go. I'm going B.
I think B is fair. I think once there is an initial, like, honeymoon period when you start, and then as you get older, it does become embarrassing, and B is a good place to put it.
B is a good spot. What do you think, Jeremy? You cool with that?
I think B or C, because like if your level of crime is that you're just like not telling the self-checkout machine that you got 2 drinks or something, then,
Right.
like, what are you talking about, man?
Right. All right, throw it on B.
It's basically legal. That's how easy it is
Yeah,
to do.
it might as well be legal. Also, Liss 1922, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Appreciate you for that. All right, what do we got next? Battery. Yeah.
Now, I had to look this up. Assault, aggravated assault, it's all like kind of muddy, but battery is the specific crime of physically punching or kicking a person without a weapon.
I mean, I want to remove any kind of like, this is the problem is like, there's always the darker edge to these crimes, right? But if you were just talking about good old fashioned fucking.
How fun it would be to just knock someone.
Yeah, or just like a bar fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That kind of battery. All right, I'll tell you what. Let's establish some rules. We're mostly looking at the more fun version of it.
Yes,
we're trying to give
ideal
them,
fun
as opposed to like
version.
domestic dispute. We're not really trying to deal
Correct.
with that as much. But let's say bar fight. Let's kind of keep every one of these crimes in the realm. Exactly, Tirzo.
You know what it is?
Here's
Here's the best way to do. Here's the best way. Imagine flogging Molly is playing in the background while you do the crime. That's the
Exactly.
fun version of the crime.
And there isn't a baby crying in another room. Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
there is.
a bar. There's just fun. Everyone's drinking. We don't even know how the fight started.
The mean football star is hassling the girl you have a crush on in a movie, and you finally worked up the courage to be like, "Hey, Biff Tannen, you son of a bitch!"
Yeah.
And then you whack. Yeah.
Yeah, anybody who ends up shoes. Yeah, exactly. Anyone who ends up shoes poking out. I love the Perrier, too. We couldn't even get an alcoholic beverage for that. The shoes sticking out of, like, the box car of vegetables. You know what I mean? That's what we're kind of looking at the end of that
The
fight.
guy that cold-cocked Richard Spencer, that was technically battery, and that's one of the most fun
Oh, yeah.
things you could ever do.
I like that you can't use a weapon by definition. You really get to like test the limits of your body with this crime.
Yeah, it's kind of what part of your body hurts another person the most. Is it
Yeah.
the elbows? Is it the fingers? Like, what can you do
I
here?
have been honing. I don't know how to fight, but I am capable of executing a near-perfect knee strike. And should the opportunity present itself one day, I hope to utilize it.
I want to second this. Jake literally looks like the most harmless, not scary person you've ever met in your life. You would laugh at the thought of the idea of him using a knee strike on someone to decimate them. But I have seen it happen. I saw it happen many, many times to nice, good people, fans of the podcast, fans of the stream, people coming up just being like, my daughter who's standing right next to me really would like to just say hello to you. We don't even want a picture.
And then I
Knee
went full
strike.
Ong Bak, the Thai warrior, on them.
When you do a knee strike, are you striking their knees or are you striking with your knee?
No. I am doing a single forward leap, knee facing forward towards the sternum of my opponent.
And
that is the perfect knee strike.
When you perform the knee strike, do you say knee strike and you strike
Yeah,
on the
of course-
knee?
of course
or do
you
you
say
say
knee
knee strike and you strike on the word strike?
Depends if I'm doing the EX version.
Okay, yeah. If you get the 2 quarter circles in.
Yeah, I get
or
the
hit
2
the
quarters. I
punch
use
buttons.
1 bar. I use 1 meter, and it's unblockable.
Man,
on
I
that.
wish that we had a meter-based reality where you just have a meter building up all day. You're getting more and more mad at people.
We do have a meter-based world. It's called blood sugar, caffeine, and sobriety.
I guess that's true. All right. What are we doing with battery? I'm feeling A-ish about this all of a sudden.
I'm feeling A. Perfect, fun movie version.
Yeah.
Just hitting somebody has to be very fun.
Absolutely. Jeremy, what do you think?
I'm into it. I like it. Knocking someone out with just your fists and your knees.
There you go. Not a lot of dissent, and I'm into it. Battery at A. Let's go. We got to start splitting hairs here. All right, I'm going to start disagreeing with you guys a little bit more. Let's see what happens next. Speaking of disagreeing, by the way, I said way too loudly, but I got very excited just then. If you want let's explain the veto balloons. If you want, you can. What am I talking about? All right, everybody has a fucking veto balloon. Let's get serious and real for a second here. All 3 of us have a veto balloon. And chat, you have a veto balloon. You can vote on Jote. Thank you so much. Ask Jeremy about the sweet mug. Okay, we'll do Sophia Sam. Thank you for the
regular
Prime
mug.
sub.
I don't know.
It's huge though.
It is very large.
It's a good shape.
Yeah, it's almost the size of your head, and it looks like it was made by an artisan. But you want to say that it was just a normal mug.
It was a pretty normal, cheap mug. It was nothing special. It's got tea
But
in
it looks good
decaf.
for soup. It looks like it can fill in a soup-based application.
I've
very
done
easily.
it. I've tried it. It went
And?
okay. It was okay. I really wanted it to work out because I wanted it to be kind of a soup on the go, but it was hard to get the spoon in there.
I love running to work with a hot cup of soup.
Yeah. 8:30 in the morning in my suit and tie running down the street. Chicken noodle.
So anyways, yeah, so we have veto balloons for each of us, but chat also, if you disagree, put the veto balloon emote in chat and we'll put it to a vote. Jake, you'll have to run polls tonight, by the way. I am very good, Tirzo. And also, the first 2 people who gift 5 subs to the channel will get their own personal veto balloon that they can use at any time in the show. What the fuck? Yeah, dude. This is real life now, you fucks. So get real about it. Yeah, exactly.
Whoa,
That's more
whoa,
trippy
Holden.
and-
Just because gifting 5 subs is an incredible way to support the channel and keep streams like this going, and they get to actually personally intervene directly into the final
I gotta
tier
cut
list,
you off.
doesn't-
Quantum Tits just gifted
Yeah!
5 subs. Let's fucking go. Quantum
and
Tits,
already-
you get the first balloon of the night. Absolutely too loud, I know. I'm screaming over here,
And
but I'm just getting
Tirzo
hyped
gets
up.
to write quantum tits on a balloon, which is the highlight of their workday.
There you go. Quantum Tits. All right, let's move on to the next crime. I'm screaming for it, literally. What do we got? Media piracy. I mean, I'm very high on this because this is the thing. I would download a car. If it was possible to get a 3D printer and download a car, I would absolutely download a car. That's the dumbest ad campaign that's ever fucking existed, in my personal opinion. We would all download a car if we could. If we could just have a car, we would absolutely do it. Whoa, and Jeremy is committing media piracy.
Why is
right this
Touchstone
moment.
Pictures on screen? Wait,
I have
are
this
you
app
pirating?
that lets you just put any YouTube video as your background. I forget which one this is. It's either Heat or
his
The
face is
Insider.
covering most of it. I'm sure we're not going to get
It's
flagged
some
here.
Michael.
Yeah,
Mann
yeah.
movie.
We could get flagged for showing
All right, I'll
copyright
turn it
media.
off. I'll turn it off.
But
Isn't it
here's
so
the thing.
fun?
I love that.
It's-
Yeah.
Here's my hot take. Because I thought about this. Media piracy, one of the most common crimes possible. It's I do it all the time. Dear God, you know, when there's a movie I don't really care that much about, but I do want to see it, and it's like only available in theaters, and I don't want to go to the theater, I will watch the shitty bootleg version and just be like, cool, that's what happens when Godzilla and King Kong hang out. Great, I can keep living my life. But it's annoying. Stealing media is annoying. We're like, the Napster days are gone. It's hard to find the right BitTorrent. Like, it's actually, as an act, it's actually incredibly finicky and annoying to pirate media these days.
Does my current beloved ROM hacks kind of fall into a media piracy place? Because I'm now
It
hacking.
definitely does.
I'm hacking Mario World with these incredible home-built ROM hacks. Every night I'm hacking, and I am loving it, dude. Return to Dinosaur Land. I'm almost done with it, and I'm moving on to one of 1,000. Or maybe let's cut it down to 100 really well-made, could be sequels to Mario World that I get to play for free.
But how annoying is it that you have to download the hack, compile it yourself, and like do all this shit?
Patch
It's an
the
annoying
hack. It takes
crime.
2 seconds. It makes me feel like a badass hacker. And that's the other thing. Swordfish, when Hugh Jackman got that blowjob hacking, pirating media, that changed the game, dude. That completely changed the game. And you know how difficult it is to receive a blowjob while hacking into a mainframe? I've done it before, man. I splooged all over the keyboard before I could get the final code in, okay? Ended up wiping everything, and that's how a bunch of prisoners got out of jail, to open all the cages at the jail. So I
Holden,
love
you
it.
said you were off tonight, but you were on fire right now.
I just can't explain veto balloons. That's the only thing.
All right.
I just
Jeremy,
don't know
do you
how to
understand what I'm saying? Do you like
I
that?
do understand, yeah. It's like at the end of the day, you're watching a shitty version of a movie that you had to like Chromecast to your TV from your computer or whatever. I don't know. I miss the days of like when people would show up with like a coat full of tiny DVD cases.
Dude, yeah.
Like it was more fun back then.
This is what I want to talk about. The store literally called Fruit in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. When I lived in Williamsburg, there was a shop. It just said Fruit, and there was like old moldy fruit in little cases out front, and when you walked in, it was just burnt DVDs, dude. And it's speaking of jizz, I hate to say jizz so quickly again after just saying
You're gonna have to think of a different fluid, Holden.
But the
I'm
store,
sorry.
I'm
trying to
sorry.
figure out
If it
where
reeked
it's
of
gonna
piss, I'd
come
call
up.
it piss, but it reeked of jizz, dude, because there were jerk-off booths in the back. But you could go, whoa, tears. But you could go in, and he had this whole thing, and you could get all these burnt ones, and you never knew what you're gonna get. It could be a camcorder in a Turkish movie theater. It could be a fucking absolute screener. You want to go around, Oscar voting season, because that's where you get the screeners.
You know what, Holden, you landed on something, which is when you're going for the bootleg and it turns out it's actually a screener.
Yes.
And you're like, oh my God, that is one of the
Yes.
best feelings of our modern
you can-
techno hellscape.
But then you can like go to the back of the store and jack off to Taken or something.
Well,
Like,
there
what?
was a whole other porn area in the back. I
Okay,
think you would
alright.
get the porn and you put it into the back, and then you'd masturbate yourself. I never went into the behind the beaded curtain. You know, why was there always a beaded curtain too? Man,
That's
so much
I
fantasy.
love the idea. I love the idea of the guy that's just like just in the back. And like every other booth is like shaking, there's grunting, and he's just banging on the walls, be like, "Hey, I'm trying to watch Under Siege 2 in here.
Right.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?"
Yeah, he just
He
doesn't
know
get
it's
the
for
memo.
porn.
Yeah,
He's like, it's a
totally.
personal
He doesn't
theater.
know.
So I'm high on this, man. I saw a lot of S's earlier. I think this really changed the game for a lot of people, you know? And yeah, it did maybe ruin like the movie theater industry and things like that. But at the same time, I feel like it evens the playing field a little bit. Napster was cool. Kazaa was even cooler. That was amazing. I remember those high-flying days were super fun. I'm feeling S about this, personally. I'm fine with going down on it, but I'll be fucking mad at you guys for the rest of the night, and I'll be weird to you guys for the rest of the night. What do you guys think? Jeremy?
I feel like everyone on chat disagrees with me, but I'm kind of low on media piracy. It's hard to compare it to something like robbing a bank or doing arson or something.
Yeah, I
And
guess it's not like
I kind of like
fun.
just paying the $2 or whatever for a movie, which I know is lame.
Yeah. It's not $2, it's like $20 or whatever to rent a new, but anyways.
I
It's not
feel like
fun
Chad
to
is gonna
do
hate
it.
me.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want chat to hate me because I would rank it much lower because of again, how annoying it is to do these days. I would say B.
This is what I'm having a hard time with. It's fun to enjoy the profits of media piracy, like the fun factors in enjoying the video game, enjoying the movie. The actual clicking and typing, not as fun. You know what I mean?
Depends on the movie. If somebody leaks that fucking Wile E. Coyote movie, they're
Oh
like
my
the
God.
modern day Robin Hood, but you know, I don't know, watching
I dream
Venom
about
2
that.
or something.
I'm gonna, man.
Skill
I'm feeling,
issue, says Sketch Pie.
all right, let's go. Fine. I think we rank it low. Then it's not as fun. I say it's a C.
All right.
Wow, that was crazy. We took a wild swing. I was going S for a while there. Yeah. S in 2004, B in 2024. And we made it a C.
See?
We're talking about fun factor, and it's not that fun. You're typing and you're clicking, but it's also not as dangerous, so it's
You're
more
trying
enjoyable.
to determine which download link is the right download link and which one doesn't just shut down your Chrome browser.
But
There
the
you
rush
go.
you get when you get that email from your internet provider that's like, we fucking saw you do that, dude.
Wow. Out of Petrol says, change the name of the show to Wizard and the fucking Cop. Okay?
Wow.
All right, what do we got next? Whatever, Tirzo. What do we got next? Jaywalking.
Jaywalking.
All right, come on, just jaywalking. That's all right. Now we're low.
Yeah.
Now we're low. Now we're into the low ones. Yeah, that's just walking.
Okay, it is. I will say, in just not for full F, when you are waiting at a corner and you just jaywalk while everyone else stays behind, you do feel like
superior.
the tiniest amount of superior badassness.
A little bit of superiority, but yeah, good call, Sketch Peak V. Worst crime to get a ticket for. I think the repercussion is so lame. Like, if you get a ticket for like, oh, what are you in for? Jaywalking? Like, they're gonna fucking battery you on site and have a lot of fun doing it. You know what I mean? I would say, yeah, F, it shouldn't be a crime. I mean, this is walking across the street. I'm sorry, Jake. It's walking across the street. You scrambled my brain when it came to media piracy, and I already feel like you're wrong about it, and I'm probably going to use my veto balloon to bump it up. So, no, I'm not going to let you convince me that it's a D crime. It's an F crime. It's walking.
All right. It's also an F crime because it was a crime made up by the auto industry in a Who Framed Roger Rabbit style conspiracy.
And as someone who lives in LA, you're in New York where it's like it's not even a thing. As someone who lives in LA, it's so annoying because there's they punish you for walking here. They make you feel bad for walking. They hire people to harass you on your way to a walking place. They like hire different like creature. Yeah, Tirso, I think was one of them when they first got to LA. They'd hide in the bushes and jump out at you and be like, "You fucking walking? It's LA!" Yeah, exactly. It was a whole thing. I'm gonna go F as fuck, dude.
All right.
Yeah, I think anything that inspires Jay Leno to do little man on the street videos is
I completely forgot about that.
F, dude. Yes, F.
Have you seen this?
Oh, my God.
Get rid of it.
You know, and anytime they do those polls on the street, because they're like, look how dumb people are. And it's like, yeah, if you ask 100 people like a specific question, somebody's not going to know like the name of our current president. You know what I mean? There's going to be like one human being that just doesn't know.
They tried statistically accurate jaywalking, and it was just 4 hours of people go, well, that's the vice president's Dan Quayle.
Yeah, I wish they would show all the footage of the people saying the thing right, because it's like gotta be just yeah.
I always wanted to do a video called He-Man on the street where I get a really buff guy to just walk around basically naked and holding up a map of like Eternia and being like, you don't know where this is?
All right, what do we got next? Fraud. Fraud is honestly, dude, you know what? Fraud I'm high on. I'm going to say this right now.
Yeah.
This is why. Immediately why I say this, because how many hey, we have a whole fucking podcast on the network dedicated to people who commit fraud with fraudsters. Shout outs to fraudsters. My boy Cena.
All the fun of lying, because let's agree, lying, one of the greatest fun things to do, plus getting money, which is even better. It's like, and the adrenaline rush because you don't know when you're going to get caught. It's so goddamn fun.
Yeah, I know. You said nope, fraud is the root of most evil. Yeah, absolutely. But I'm talking, by the way, we're talking about the most fun version of it, the catch me if you can version of it. And yes, I am using that as an example because even though the real guy that movie was based on frauded everybody into thinking that was his actual life, which is the best form of fraud I've ever seen in my life. I've seen so many good, the Theranos one you already popped up. There's so many good ones. The Tinder thriller. What was that guy? The Tinder man or whatever. The guy who would meet
Tinder
girls.
Swindler.
Tinder swindler. Yeah, the rural juror. Yeah, it was great. That was such a good one. Yeah, I think fraud is it's totally truly evil, and we're not here to discuss what's most or less evil.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. A lot of people are posting in chat already. Like somebody from Bangladesh called my grandma, and like and now our childhood home no longer belongs to us, and that's bad. That's sad. However, setting up the Cincinnati switcheroo in Vegas. Super fun.
Yeah,
and the guy who scammed your grandma enjoyed it. Probably
he had fun doing it.
He got so many high fives. He was like, "Drinks up, we got her."
Anna Sorkin is a great example because she just like had a lot of fun until it all caught up to her, right? Like she knew exactly how to do it. She just was like in crazy hotels, and it's exciting, it's thrilling. You never know when the other shoe's gonna drop. You know what I mean? And you know what? By the way, you know what's really fun to me? Grandmothers crying and losing all their money. I think it's one of the funnest things I've ever seen in my life. You ever seen an old woman cry? It's hilarious.
What was that New Yorker article that was like? I gave $80,000 to a witch. It can happen to anybody, and it's
the article in the Cut where the woman like put all that money in a box. Like those guys were laughing about it.
Yeah. So again, defrauding large evil corporations fun. Defrauding hardworking individuals not fun, and I totally get that. But we're talking about the more fun-ended side of this thing, and Tip type. Oh, I get to watch Toy Story 3 for free. Yay, you downloaded. Is whatever. But being like in a penthouse apartment that you definitely shouldn't be in, acting like you're French British, you know what I mean? Using an accent no one's ever heard before and making up like completely crazy stories about your family and stuff like that. It's like totally exhilarating. I mean, you have to come up with insane stories. It's like it's a movie a day, you know?
It's all the fun of improv, plus it actually pays bills. It's incredible.
SBK, thank you so much for the sub. Absolutely. And I get it. And everyone's saying, COVID loan fraud. Hilarious. We're not talking about that. It's boring versions of it. We're talking about fun, exciting versions. We're talking about Anadelve. Hi, I work in a fashion world. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Fun.
The chat is going to have a hard time when we get to murder if they're getting really hung up on what the victim is. Well, yes, murder is bad when the victim is a kind grandma. I agree with that.
Of course, yeah. It is the kind grandma clause, guys. No kind grandmothers when we're discussing the crimes. We don't.
Except whoever Tirzo killed off screen.
Yeah,
we don't know.
That old lady, she's involved, but she's implicated. All right. Okay, so what are we doing? Is it A or S?
I think this might be our first S. This might be our first S.
What do you think, Jeremy? A or S?
I'm down to put fraud in S. If you get away with it,
yeah,
that sounds fun as hell.
All right. Let's make it fucking S, dude. Let's go, dude. Hell yeah. Oh, I feel strong. I feel like I need to flex.
Remember, everybody sub to the channel does have access to the veto balloon emote. If you want to stand up for all the old grandmas, you can post those veto balloons and you will be able to knock it back down.
And by the way, yeah, I get it, media piracy, but again, fun factor. Media piracy, I think more people benefit from it, and it's a less hurtful crime for the most part than fraud. But fun?
If it's a crime that most of us have done, then it's not that high up, right?
Right.
Like if we've all done media piracy, how are you like, that's the best crime?
But I've never been like, I'm a rich British man and I wrote Harry Potter and I want to take you to India, you know, or where do they want to take people?
Oh my God, wait, what do I have to do? I trust you implicitly.
I don't think they'd take him to India. What's the name of the place? Dubai. We're going to go to Dubai, play some golf. Sure. You know what I mean? Anyways, it's all good. All right. By the way, what was it? Tit Lord has the ones
Quantum Tits.
Quantum Tits has the one veto balloon, but we have another veto balloon open session. The first person who gives subs 5 subs to the channel gets their own veto balloon for the night. If you'd like to veto something up or down. Okay, next crime. Ooh, burglary, and you know.
Now, burglary. This is the technical definition. Burglary is when you break into a place in order to steal something. The victim does not need to be present. When the victim is present, that is robbery. So if you're, I'm thinking like a heist film. I'm thinking cracking a safe. I'm thinking go trespassing. Burglary.
Cheeky Waltz asks, do panty raids count?
If the entire sorority is out at the big kegger and you know the house is abandoned, then technically, yes, that would be a burglary.
But what if it's a sorority of grandmas? How does it feel now? Isn't it pretty mean?
Man, what I loved is we should invite those grandma sorority over tonight.
I got those panties at Ellis Island when our family crossed the Atlantic.
Okay, so
they were irreplaceable.
I feel like this is almost where like people are getting confused, right? Because burglary is definitely at its like foundation. Breaking into some well-meaning person's house. Many people have been burgled before. I had a good burgling. I'm sure at some point. Did I get burgled? At some point, I'm sure I've been burgled. But someone stole my shoulder bag. I was an extra. Oh man, I was an extra on a thing. Treated very disrespectfully as extras are. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. At the end of the day, please, this is serious. We can get some serious music. At the end of the day, I don't think we have that on cue, but at the end of the day, they stole my shoulder bag, and it had stuff. I think I had my laptop in it or whatever. But you know what? Act more excited. All right. But anyways, so I get that. I've been burgled. You know what I mean? That's sad. But are we talking bank heist? I almost feel like you should have made it bank heist. Like if
No,
you know
because
what
that's
I mean?
a robbery. That's a robbery. If you're
Is
putting
robbery
on
is robbery
yes,
on the
robbery
list?
is on the list.
Oh, then burglary is not a bank heist.
Yeah,
You're trying to say it's a bank heist.
Coward's robbery,
No, like a
right?
museum heist would be a burglary.
What? Burglary, breaking and entering, the unlawful enter of a structure to commit a felony or theft. Attempted forcible entry is included. What's the difference between that and a robbery?
You
robbery,
can
you're
rob
letting them
somebody
know you
out on the
show
street.
up.
Yeah, yeah.
You're showing up with a gun and you're like, give me everything.
The person is there while you do it. You can
Burglary is
burgle
like,
without
I
it
don't want
being
them
a
to
robbery.
see. Oh no.
Yeah.
They're looking
Okay,
at me.
so it is like a jewel heist would be in this category.
Yeah,
Robbery,
like
the take
a
of activity to
diamond.
take something of value from the care, custody, or control of a person or persons by force or threat of force or violence. That's literally like holding someone up at gunpoint, all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. Pretty exciting. Can we get forcible rape off the screen?
Thank you.
Jesus Christ.
Put up the very well-designed graphic. Put it up.
Put up the graphic, please. Put up
It's
the
a
graphic,
very
please.
good. It's a good graphic.
Okay,
It's the font
then I
choice
would
is
say,
impeccable.
then I would go with, yeah, burglary involves stealth, robbery involves force. Organizing a bank heist and putting it together and pulling it off in secret is exciting and fun. I'm going to say this is a very fun crime, assuming we're talking about the most fun version of it, which is like stealing a painting from a museum at
Yes.
night.
Yes, you're dodging lasers in a burglary.
Yeah. What do you think,
Yes.
Jeremy? Yes, the woman with the laser remember that whole thing was like, I literally watched that movie in the movie theater to see her ass in like one shot. Like that's where
Yeah.
we were at back then, you know?
I mean, first of all, for Catherine Zeta, that's worthwhile.
No, it was
Back
not. It
then?
was so not worthwhile. It was
Okay, maybe you're more of a Rachel Weisz head. I understand, but like those.
yeah, I'm
were
a
your
Weiss
two
guy. We
choices.
call ourselves Weiss guys, please. And you know that.
Of course.
Of course you know that. All right. I'm gonna go with high on this. I'm high on this. And not because I'm actually high and that I showed up high, but I'm high on this because think it's fun. It's fun to do the fun version of this. Jeremy.
I think it's like a B because I think it's like inherently worse in every case than robbery. Because like even if like obviously the best version of it is a heist, but even in like those heist movies, you want to tell the guy you're stealing from at the end so that he knows how cool you are, and I think that's just got to be the higher version of it.
You know what you made me realize? Like, it's kind of like when I've talked to people who actually have done like private detective work. It sounds really exciting and fun in theory, and in like movie form, it's exciting and fun. But really, you're just spending pretty much most of your time just like sitting in a car doing nothing.
Yeah.
And so in actual execution, it's not that fun. There's the little moments of fun that happen throughout, but for the most part, it's a lot of planning and talking and then sitting and then waiting. And those are four things that are not fun.
Also, sorry for suggesting crimes. If you guys want to just switch to like pizza toppings at some point, we can start, like,
I
something
love
going
this
through it.
topic.
I'm
No,
down.
this is great.
I love this
is
topic.
Great.
This is great.
How do we feel about cat burglars? Because I still feel like there's the gentleman
More of a
burglar.
dog burglar guy, am I right? Come on, everybody. Yeah. No, dogs rob. Dogs commit robberies. Cats
Dogs commit
burgle.
robbery.
Yeah.
Give me this. Give me the meat.
Yeah,
give me the meat right now.
I don't know. It's cool. Yeah. But burglaring from the elderly, there you go. Exactly, Johnny. All right. So old people, how fun is it to do that?
All right. I would say, you said B?
I'm
said
thinking,
B.
I'm leaning on B.
All right,
I would
B.
even go
Let's do
lower
B.
just because I realize now it's a lot of sitting around and waiting, and they don't show that in the movie, but that's a lot of what it is. You know, and even the laser thing is cool in theory with all the different camera angles and the woman's ass, but in actual execution of trying to move around a bunch of lasers, it'd actually probably be really boring and slow and like annoying.
That's why you get Catherine Zeta-Jones to do that while you sit in the van with a headset and go, you're almost there. You're almost there. Perfect. Perfect. Now get the diamond. That's. I want to be Van guy.
I'm more of a
yelling at
Blunt
Catherine
runt
Zeta-Jones.
myself, more of an Emily Blunt dude. But I would say, yeah, I would even go C. Jeremy, your final call. I'll leave it up to you.
I'm down for C.
All right, make it a
right.
C. All right. All right. And
I
by
would
the way,
get
next
killed as the Van guy. That's actually a good point, El Condor Pasta. The Van guy totally eats it in all these movies.
and I will say, next week we will be ranking the dark version of all these crimes.
No,
by
we will
fun.
not.
So it will only be the saddest.
By how tragic it would be if it happened to a grandma.
Yeah, we're gonna rank it by how fun it would be if it happened to an old lady. You morons! All right, let's go to the next one.
That's like the one
SVU
thing.
edition.
Speeding.
Speeding, reckless driving, aggressive driving, just car in motion.
See, Jeremy, that's where I kind of get your ass because you were like, oh, if we could all do it, it's like not as whatever. You know what I mean? But speeding can be real fun, and we all get to do
My
it.
ass is got.
Your
Oh,
ass.
shit.
What happened? Oh, pig
Tirzo,
bullets.
get your marker out because we got pig bullets with the 5 gifted subs.
Pig bullets and quantum tits. You both have your own veto balloon. Let us know, quantum tits. Let us know in chat if you'd like to go ahead and veto something. I think I'm good. Maybe I'll veto something in a little bit though. I think I might use my veto balloon soon just to spice it up. I think that again, very sad when you're speeding a lot and then like by your speeding kill a bunch of people like a school bus of kids or something would be sad and not exactly. Oh no, we'd all hate that. But fucking riding down
a
the
school bus of
highway.
kids speeding, that's fun.
Whoa, yeah, that would be cool
Yeah.
as shit. You know what I mean?
And it's not their fault because they
Getting
can't
just
go below
fucking
50
blown
miles per
out in the
hour.
passing lane by a yellow bus.
Yeah, would be cool as hell, dude. Fucking yeah, or a bunch of like Nana and her crew fucking throwing down in like a
Swerving
Maserati.
across 6 lanes of American highway at 87 miles per hour. Hell
Yeah, man. I think speeding's rock and roll. I think it's here to stay, and I can't drive 55. You know, I think I think it's
that
fun.
like that moment when you're speeding and like it's like clearly one of those traps where like a cop's hiding behind a sign or in one of those like breaks in the tree line and your heart just goes like ugh! And like you don't get pulled over. Ooh, that feels good. Ooh, that feels good.
Always. Jeremy, weigh in. Change my mind or keep it.
No,
keep
I
it
think
where
speeding
it is.
I think speeding's pretty high up there. The problem with speeding, like the big problem with it, is that like if anyone's gonna die, it's you, which is like a bummer. You know, if I'm gonna
Right.
kill someone, I'd rather it be someone else. But
Right.
it is nice to get places faster.
Yeah. Oh, when you see the Google Maps estimated arrival time tick down by like 10 minutes, oh, it's like better than what I assume other people's sex is like.
There you go, Tom.
There was, like, a tweet-
Tom Hanks, the actor, says 3 a.m. on an open highway in a sports car. Put my car on cruise control. 135. It was so much fun. You were talking about. We're talking about that vibe. We're talking about that adrenaline rush you get. We're not talking about the consequences. You know what I mean? We're not here to talk. We're talking about that moment when you're going way too fast and you know it, and you're having a great fucking time. I'm high. I think I'm B or A. I'm kind of leaning A.
I want to say A.
What do you think, Jeremy?
down.
All right.
I don't have a car because I live in New York, but I'm gonna go A for speeding.
All right,
There was, like,
A
a
for
viral
speeding.
tweet a while back that was like, if you speed, you only save like 10 minutes, and it's not worth it. It's like that's a great 10 minutes.
Yes, a
Yeah.
fun 10 minutes, no matter what. I'm so glad you said A, because if you did not, I was going to decide to hate you.
Oh wow.
All right, what do we got next? Arson.
Ooh.
Now again, this can get very
Not
dark.
okay. You stop. Don't think of grandmas. Just get
grandma
grandmas
is
in this
going to
world.
bed.
Grandmas are fireproof. They still have their asbestos nightgown that they bought in 1923.
We're not talking
They're
about
fine.
grandma and little Billy with the box of matches. He's like,
In
yeah,
a-
no.
in
In
a
a victimless
pure
world.
like In a
if you're-
victimless
no
world,
one's in
arson
it, no one
rules.
wants it. You know that it's like not going to start a fire that's like bigger than the house or whatever. It's like high S. That's so fun. Why wouldn't you want to do that? Victimless crime, arson.
Right.
We all agree on that.
People
No
are
one's ever
so
been hurt
low
by
on it
that.
in chat. Man, what a bunch of fuddy-duddies in this chat. Everyone's like, oh, you know,
That's crazy.
like clutching pearls, right? Old ladies. Is it old ladies in chat? Is that what's happening right now?
That might be it. We might have the weirdest the oldest Twitch chat.
Hashtag old lady gang, says Raccoon Barbie. I grew up in Detroit. We had Devil's Night. A city made a holiday of arson, dude. S all the way. And by the way, that's coming in from someone whose name's Out of Petrol.
Wow, yeah.
Right, yeah, okay, cool. Bone Fork says S, burn the grannies to the ground. So there you go. One of my favorite one of my favorite new metal songs, by the way.
It's
Burn
the
to
Rube
ground.
Goldberg-ness of it. That, like, you light a single match or you just toss, like, a Bic lighter, and all of a sudden, just, like, this massive thing is happening as a direct chain of events. That's awesome!
Yeah, in college, it was a contained fire, but, I mean, how many times do we just spend an entire evening being on mushrooms, staring at a fire, dancing around a fire, getting too drunk, you know? It was great. I mean, fire is exciting inherently, right? It's out of control. It is chaos. It is the definition of chaos.
Fire is so cool.
It's very cool. It's very cool. And
S.
it's very fun.
Against fire. I don't understand these people saying F in the chat. I find it ridiculous and quite frankly offensive.
Quaylen says, having had to literally put out fires, nope, for me. And I get that, Quaylen. But again, we're talking about the kind of the zany. There's a whole yearly festival that is dedicated to a bunch of people meeting in the desert and just like setting a giant, wooden man on fire, right? That's like every year they do it because there's something about it that people love, It's exciting. And yes, one of the easiest crimes to go wrong, and that's part of it a little bit. It can go sideways quick. It's wild, it's insane, but that's not arson. That's true, and I get that. It's not arson. Arson is setting just something on fire that you shouldn't. Okay, good. Any willful or malicious burning or attempt to burn with or without intent to defraud a dwelling house, public building, old lady's mansion, motor vehicle or aircraft, personal property of another. Okay, so setting fire to someone's fucking airplane is cool. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Ding dong, it's neat to do.
I agree with the
I would
person
love
in chat
to
who
set
says
fire
burning
to an
books is
airplane.
fun. Yeah, I think it's cool. I don't know.
Oh my God.
Chat for some reason can't handle the hypothetical of it, of breaking a crime.
Like, it's a full airstrip. The ground has been wet. Everything is ideal conditions, and everybody's like, "Hey, you want to set fire to this airplane?" The word yes would exit my mouth at the speed of light.
Where does
What if
9/11 have
sounds
anything
so
to do with this?
cool.
9/11's not fire. Unbelievable.
Yeah, fire can't even melt
9/11
steel
was
beams.
arson.
That fire did
That's what people
nothing.
think.
All right, I'm high on arson. You guys can fucking come at me for
Six
that one.
Squirrel says chuck a Molotov cocktail into a houseboat. That sounds rad.
That's cool.
Assuming the boat
That's
is
awesome.
empty.
That's cool.
so cool.
Isn't that cool? A Molotov cocktail? Remember A Bronx Tale? Don't remember A Bronx Tale, but think of movies like it where they didn't fuck up the Molotov cocktail thing in the car, and what if the Bronx Tale ended with them going, "You release the cocktails," and it would have been fun and cool, but they fucked it up, but that's on them. I'd say high. I'm high on it.
It's S.
You
S,
think it's S?
S.
You think it's S? It's
S
S.
for art.
It's S.
They're gonna call us perverts. They're gonna call us weirdos. But we have to stand strong.
Walrus
It would
Bear,
be
thank
funny
you
to just
so
give
much.
everything an F or something and just be like, oh, well, it's illegal, so it's an F. Arson is an
It could
S-tier
happen to a
crime.
nice person, so it's
Yeah.
not fun.
Yeah, that's the thing. We're in Mad Max world. There are no nice people. Nice people do not exist. Everyone's mean and upset, and they have like breast milk feeding farms and stuff. And those are the people
it's
you're doing
very
it to.
literal. It's,
Yes, completely. They're all
Note for
Furiosa!
note.
They're all like that. They're all in masks and stuff, and they've got boils coming off of them. them, and they do bad things
There's
to
a
people.
guy in pajamas just rocking out on a flamethrower guitar.
Yeah, and you're doing
No,
it to
it's
those.
very dangerous. That's a noise violation. F for playing a flaming guitar while chasing Mad Max in the desert.
Yeah, we're in a dystopia when we talk about these crimes and how fun they would be. In a horrible dystopia, there's dog men and stuff like that. There's like animal men. And
Okay, well, if there's some good stuff. Yes, I agree with that.
yeah, old ladies get executed by the time they turn 65. There's no old ladies. That's the type of world we live in.
Actually, there's an entire village of old ladies in Mad Max Fury Road, if you remember, and they're very nice. They're very cool.
Exactly.
Hold it. We have to move on. We have.
Condor does said I love the dog men. So yeah, I guess there is that. All right. Okay, let's go. People are calling me unhinged. We got to get out of here. Let's go. What's the next one? Cybercrime.
Hacking the Matrix. Seems pretty boring, in all honesty. It seems very.
Yeah.
Again, if someone's giving you a blowjob while you're doing it, but then that's just like its own you can't always have the blowjob happening. And that was even.
That's not inherent to the crime.
S's for this? We got a wall of S's for cybercrime. You're literally just typing symbols into a computer and nothing's happening. All right.
Well, even worse, you're just running a script and the program is actually like just hacking the thing.
Okay.
Yeah, realistically, this is just sending someone an email that says like, "Hey, your password was reset. Click this link." Like that's the crime.
Yeah.
But what's the cool version of it? The cool version of it is like anon.
You're flying around in a virtual reality world, dodging like bad polygonal dragons because you have to like get
Lawnmower
the
Man
encrypted file. Yeah, Lawnmower Man. It was in Hackers. It was in that what was that Michael Douglas movie where he puts a VR
Disclosure
helmet on for no reason?
I believe it's Disclosure.
You.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, producer James. Yeah. That's what they have to do to make using the computer interesting visually.
And you don't even really do that. Though yes, Jurassic Park too, when she's trying to like turn off or turn on all the security stuff. Yeah, but that's not even how it happens, right? We're describing like what a movie tries to make it seem exciting by, but that's not even how it works. Cybercrime, what does cool, real cybercrime look like? That's like anon leaking stuff. That's like Snowden or whatever, right? Or
And Snowden didn't hack. He just had access to things and was like, "Oh, that's fucked up. I'm gonna give this to journalists."
Whoa! What is that lion scream? What was that?
What? Did I do that? I didn't do.
No, there was a line in here. That's my fault.
Oh, okay. Wow, that was
okay.
cool though. Can we get more of those? Can we get more like lion yells randomly and stuff? That's fucking dope, dude. Yeah, that was super cool.
Oh shit! Microscope guy, hold on. In chat is dropping some weird, some actual personal info. Microscope says, as I will say, there was a 14-year-old who had been arrested for cybercrime prior and banned from using computers. He then went to a hotel, used the smart TV in the room, and hacked Rockstar and leaked the GTA 6 trailer.
That's crazy, and that's kind of
Pretty
cool.
cool.
At the same time, the act of doing it was probably not super cool. It was him typing.
Yeah, it was probably a lot of typing.
Code
and
typing.
utility.
Banned from all computers.
Yeah.
A judge is like,
Why did they control that?
Yeah, that's wild. You can't even play
Needs- I mean-
solitaire in like an old school one.
oh, yep, there we go.
Yes.
Yeah. The fucking there's like math formulas and physics
And
formulas.
and movies make it look really as cool as they can make. I was about to say they make it look really cool, but they don't. They make it as cool as they kind of can make it, but that's not what it is. It's a D for me, dog. I don't think we have a D crime yet. It's cooler than walking, literally the act of walking, but it's not much more than that. I'm gonna go with.
Yeah.
All right, D. Thank you. All right, what's next on the docket?
Everybody get down. This is a robbery.
All right, Robbery is both exciting and scary. It's both. I mean, it really is. It is the scariest roller coaster. All right, so, okay, everybody who's yelling at me about not being mean to old ladies or whatever, I was held up at gunpoint, okay? The guy shot at me. I was working at Blockbuster Video. I've told the story many times. I was in high school. The next day, I took a road trip to Disney World.
That was a different, you robbed a different Blockbuster.
That was a different Blockbuster. The clown, the clown assassin of Charlotte, North Carolina didn't show up that night. It was a guy in a red ski mask, and he had a big silver revolver, and he was like shaking a lot too. And the scariest part was he was more scared than we were. I've talked about it before. It is what it is, dude. And still, this is not going to be below a C, I think.
This is high, dude.
I mean,
if you're robbing a bank, that's S tier. I'm sorry that you got robbed by the
No, it's fine. No, I'm saying I'm cool.
I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm cool with it, dude. If kids want to smoke weed on the blacktop and I'm there reading the paper, we're cool, dude.
If you're gonna rob a bank, you have to do it at my house.
Yeah.
Under my roof.
I'm the cool banker, and I want to make sure you guys are safe.
You wouldn't download a bank. So, yeah.
Bank robbers were so cool that they were like celebrities in the early 1900s. Like, people were just like, they were like folk heroes. How can you put that below S?
Yeah, I think bank robbery too is it's something that has gotten lamer with time. Now it's lame. Now you walk in, you hand them a note.
Sure.
It's not splashy. It's not cool. And I think we have to weigh that in. It's like not cool. It's not fun anymore because of all the measures that are in place.
Protocols,
Yeah, like burglary. That's why you want to say it's better than burglary, but burglary could be more fun than robbery today. But if we're talking 1962, robbing a bank was way fucking cooler and way more fun.
That's
and
fair.
I mean,
Robbery's
I'm
not
thinking
cool
Reservoir.
anymore.
Yeah, I'm thinking
it.
Reservoir Dogs. Like, if the heist doesn't go as planned, it seems like one of the least fun things possible.
Unbelievable. Blob Rohrman, Holden's robber, had a big silver revolver. He must have been nervous after time traveling from 1885 to El Paso. You know what? I don't know what the fuck gun it was. I'm not a gun guy, okay? Because I'm not a dork, all right? Who's like, oh, it's a 64, 92, that's golden eagle bird. I'm not into that shit, okay? I like cool shit like Mario ROM hacks, dude. So fucking come at me right now, bro. Or we will have fisticuffs. Shout out to Tears there for letting the boys rake their criminal record. Absolutely. I once had an idea for a sketch about a reformed bank robber who still carries out all his bank transactions like a robbery because he doesn't know any other way to do it, which is a good idea. So, yeah, I mean, what do we say?
Everybody get down. I want to make a deposit.
I get it. I get it if we just want to go straight up by like classic robbery style. If we want to go classic robbery style, it's higher. If we're factoring in like crimes today, it's lower. But I'll leave it to you guys on that.
Like, I'm thinking a full DB Cooper. I'm thinking.
Yes,
like,
I was going to bring
level.
Cool,
yes, I was going to bring up DB Cooper.
Cool as hell.
Yeah, that's cool as shit.
That's the, you know what? I feel like that's what makes robbery such a interesting thing to rank because it is all over the place. The highs dizzying, the lows awful.
Yeah.
And so true. Like it's at the highest high, you're jumping out of a plane with a suitcase full of ill-gotten gains. Low side, you're just like getting a kid's like lunch money with a knife. Like that's sad. That's bad.
At the highest highs, you're making a costume with your friends and you're doing some activities.
At highest of the highs, you need to find a gymnast for a highly specific maneuver.
I mean,
and an EMP.
All right, we got to come up with something here. I'm gonna go. What was burglary? Was a B?
Yeah,
I think so.
Okay.
Oh no.
No, it was.
C. It was C.
It was C.
Oh, okay.
I say B.
All right.
I say B because you're going to be all nervous and it's like you think it's exciting and it's exciting at its most natural born killers, but you're going to have that edge of like nervousness and like, like you're on a first date or something. You're going to have that going on as well.
Yeah,
a first date with a girl you're really into.
And not a grandma.
And you're not on a first date with a grandma. All right, robbery B. Put it at B. Put it at B. Put it at B. It should go higher. It can go higher. Put it at B for now.
Yeah.
It's sexier though. I feel like maybe we are wrong about that. I feel like we are fucked up about that.
We'll have time to balloon it up or check and intervene.
All right, we got to keep it moving. What do we got next? Vandalism. There you go. Vandalism.
I like that one of the pictures is a self-vandalism.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Famous-
I just think about
famous
that guy
fake
all
one.
the time.
It's so funny.
Vandalism's cool. Vandalism's exciting. What was that documentary about
Vandalism's
the subway train graffiti? There's a really good documentary about that from the 70s. It's exciting because like you could get caught at any moment. It's one of those types of crimes, not like cybercrime where you're like, oh, you know, I need some Cheetos. You know what I mean? You're like, no, someone could shine a spotlight on me right now and do this. Whoa! What?
Whoa! Oh, what? Holden
Holden's-
is
Is
dumb.
dumb. What is that even? That doesn't make any sense. So it's holding this dumb balloon. What are we popping to
No.
make me stupider? It doesn't even make any sense.
No, I think that was her vandalism.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Just yet another.
vandalizing. Amazing.
Cal Chris does bring up a good point. Banksy is a bit of an asshole.
Ooh, okay. So in this, the murdered old woman of this scenario is that Banksy is famous in terms of tragedy.
Yes.
Which
yeah.
you know, okay, I understand.
Oh my God.
But no, man, it's because like you can do it as a teenager. You can just write like Principal Phillips sucks donkeys on the stall. That's fun. You can like do a mural under cover of night that like draws attention to a political cause. That's awesome. It's
Yeah, people
ideally,
get way
it's
high up.
good.
So there's
Yeah.
also the part of vandalism where you're being a daredevil because you're getting like way high up somewhere. You're dealing with all that kind of stuff. I'm high on vandalism. I think it's A or
I think
S.
maybe S.
I
want to say S.
I mean, like, no old lady could get shot in the head doing it, so that takes it down a little bit for me personally, just a little bit. Like, an old lady, at the worst end of it, an old lady's life won't get ruined, you know?
At best, an aging, like a 40-year-old guy that was like hot shit in the 90s, like trying to recapture his old magic, slips off some scaffolding and dies.
Whatever,
Maybe.
Moby Shax, who says Holden's head is so big, yet all of Tirzo's jokes still go over it. I'm gunning for you, okay? So I'm going to commit a fun crime on your ass, allegedly, for the purposes of me not getting in actual legal troubles. I'm getting you, dude, allegedly. I'll keep saying allegedly, but I don't mean it allegedly.
That counts. I don't think you can get in trouble for that.
I don't think... I don't ever...
Just like, just a room full of cops watching the stream being like, damn it, it's airtight. Fuck. we can't. Shut it down. He's bulletproof.
I was hanging out with some dudes at work, says Sir Ruffles, with two guys named Jeff, and they accidentally tagged over some tags that belonged to a gang, and a bunch of dudes rolled up at us in masks with weapons. So that's
That
cool
sounds
too.
fun.
I'm
That's
high
a
on
fun
it, man.
Story.
Jeremy-
That's a fun story.
Jeremy, throw a letter out, and then we'll react to it.
I think it's an S on account of my high school still has on its wall "U.S. out of Vietnam," which I think it's like leave your mark on the wall.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. All right, it's S. There you go, all you anti-arsonists. There's something non-violent-ish on the S rank. All right, next up. Murder
Moida.
was a case that they gave me, dude. Okay, again, it's not like a civil rights leader or a old woman.
Yeah, you work for the FBI in this situation.
Yeah.
Do we have to like purposely, specifically say like no self-defense though? Because that's like officially not murder, right?
I
Does
guess,
that
yeah.
work?
Well, a definition, please. Maybe we need a definition
I
here.
feel like not in self-defense.
Language
I
of
feel
origin.
like you have poisoned your mortal enemy after a life or death game of wits.
Also, I want to
feel
throw it
like-
out. A few people are saying in chat, hey, we would not have Last Podcast on the Left without straight up murder. Just throwing it out there. I know that that's not why it's not like yay murder. We're not like celebrating murder.
There's pros and there's cons.
Yes. Absolutely. What's the
One
pros,
of the pros
Jeremy?
is a podcast. A great podcast that has lasted for a decade and more. No, I like the idea of murdering an enemy. I think that's cool.
Okay.
Poisoning an enemy would be fun. I think it's probably like a B or something, because
Okay.
you do have to watch the life drain from someone's eyes.
Yeah.
But you do remove that.
I
enemy of
purposely
yours.
didn't put manslaughter in because that's not fun because you didn't want to kill someone and you just have to be
Yeah.
like, no, God,
Right.
like that's
Please
just no fun
don't- yeah,
version of
There's
Okay,
no fun accidental crime.
Great Odin's Raven
Yeah.
does bring up a pretty good point for F, just saying, because you never get away with it and life in prison. You do kind of like,
Sure.
do you, yes, you get, some people get away with it, but like today especially, like it's very, very rare to get away with straight up murder, you know?
Unless very powerful people you inconvenience, then apparently you can get murdered so easily.
Rich people get away with it. Yeah, a lot of rich people get away with it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Police or military,
so, yeah.
actually. A lot of people get away with it. O.J. Simpson got away with it, allegedly.
Yeah, you know what? It's the haunting. It's the haunting. Even if it like I'm trying to imagine the movie version. I'm trying to imagine a non-self-defense murder that like I took the perfect shot against the corrupt Russian general that was going to start World War III, and like a single tear leaves my eye as like it has to be this way, and like that's not fun even. Like even the
Yeah.
coolest version isn't.
Chad, I
fun.
want to see letters in chat. I want to see your ranking in chat real quick. Jeremy, I want to get your opinion while we get those in.
I think you guys have convinced me, regrettably, that murder is not that fun.
Right.
So maybe it's a C. Maybe it's a D or a C for murder.
Because I think, too, at the end of the day, like, I don't know, you know what I mean? Guts and gore make me squeamish. Like, the idea of a
Yeah.
robbery is, or a burglar or any of that stuff is if you pull it off, you, like, have the thrill of everything, but you don't have to see, like, a guy holding his intestines going, like, fuck, man, fuck. You know what I mean? You don't have to deal with any
you
of
get
that
money.
kind of stuff.
Off
You have a lot of
screen,
money
like
at the end.
oh, true.
Yeah.
True. But then, like, the widow and, like, the kid comes
No,
out
yeah,
like,
murder.
Daddy, why? Maybe F. Maybe murder is F.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's some fun factor, though. You don't think there's any fun factor? No, it's better than walking. I'm sorry. It's better than walking.
Okay,
it's a,
fine, D. Fine, D.
It's a D. I think, I mean, I would even go, there's got to be, okay, there's no fun factor, you think? I would think.
I feel like I'm trying to think,
Trying
and
to
you know
think
what?
of a cool
Where
historical murder.
Right, like a
What
fun
if you
murder.
start World War I or something? Like that's a little fun. You're the
Right.
guy who
What,
killed Ferdinand.
John Wilkes Booth probably had a lot of fun because he got to yell his fun like Six Semper Tyrannis. Like he got a catchphrase.
We're
and
saying his name
everything.
right now. You get to change history.
Yeah.
That's at least a D. You get to alter the course of history.
Machine gun, yeah, like a machine gun, like a old school like mobster, like I'll kill all you motherfucker. You know what I mean? That,
Yeah, but then you get shot. That's the guy who then gets super shot as well.
yeah, but he's laughing though. He's like, ah, yeah, you know what I mean?
because he's a man with nothing left to lose. It's the
But the
worst
question
kind
is,
of fun.
does killing someone at the end of that increase or decrease? Because that guy might just be having fun pulling that trigger. He just likes the machine of it.
Right, but then when the party's
can we
over,
go back? Can we
Yeah.
see the tier list right now?
yeah.
Producer James, what do we got? I want to put, I'm popping my balloon.
Ooh.
I'm putting battery at S because everything fun about murder can be accomplished just by physically hitting the person you like. Like murdering a billionaire, that's like, I don't know, I'll feel things afterwards. Straight up, a classic Jake knee strike.
Right.
Ooh, that's the most fun I'll ever have.
All right, so we're saying
Fucking
D.
knee striking Elon Musk? Ooh, God.
Are we saying
Ooh.
D then because there's a thrill to it for sure, but then everything else around it kind of drags it down?
Yes.
And
Yeah,
the
that
cleanup,
makes sense.
and if you're trying to get away with it, the cleanup, yeah, D.
Yeah.
It's D. It's
I
more
think the
exci-
potential to get your name in the history books forever by changing the course of history itself. That's a D.
Right.
That's a little bit higher than an F.
a little bit
cooler than
higher.
walking.
It's a little bit more exhilarating than walking. You have
It's
to
the
admit.
reason why John Hinckley's more of a deep cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What
Yeah,
do we
you
got
bet.
now? I think we have a fat F coming up here. What is the next one? Tax evasion. Tax
It's
evasion
stressful.
is
It's
so
stressful.
and it's just not
Yeah.
not that interesting. You're just like not you're just holding on to money that you shouldn't hold on to. There's not really like the act of it is I mean, you're spending. I mean, I don't even think that spending the money that you evaded the taxes from even counts though. The part where the actual fun factor lies in, I'm not going to do this paperwork. That's nothing.
Yeah.
That's F. That's complete F.
Yeah.
And I think, if you guys have an argument against, but I say we make it F.
No, I know too many people who've done it in real life who aren't cool.
That too. There's a lot of people who aren't cool, you know? The person who comes to mind immediately is the situation from Jersey Shore, and I love the guy, but he's not cool, you know?
How they got Al Capone.
Yeah. Oh, also, it's like the lame reason that they get really cool people for the other cool things that they do. You know? Famous cool people get got by tax evasions. Everyone goes like, tax evasion? Yep. All right. F.
Yeah, pay for my health care, you fools. You monsters.
What do we got? We got 2 left here. We got a good one and a shitty one, I think. What's the next one? This one I will have to divorce from how much I hate like litter, because the act of littering, like the act of like rolling down the window, like throwing something out of the car, has I don't know, maybe it has a little bit of fun factor. It's kind of on the jaywalking level though. It's just so simple. It's just nothing.
I think it's the worst one. It might be worse than tax. It's just boring. You feel shitty about it.
You feel really shitty.
And it's not fun. It's a depression move, if anything. I was just thinking, by the way, everyone's like calling me a monster chat. I was just trying to weigh it in terms of like, throwing like a ball around or something people love. They base entire sporting events around it. You know what I mean? The idea of throwing things, right? So I'm just thinking, maybe the simple act of like rolling a window down, like throwing something out of it might be construed as fun.
No, you know what it is, Holden? If we're going like Marie Kondo about this, the act of chucking something away in a garbage can is actually more fun than littering.
That's actually true.
Form of release.
That's actually true. The act of that makes it such an F. Okay.
Yeah.
Chat. Come on. I'm trying to find the fun in some things. Okay. I don't litter. I never litter. Okay.
Or this weird move where like you have a plastic bottle, and you're like going to throw it away, and then you see a recycling bin, a recycling like thing, and you're like, awesome, and it's got all the little holes, and you put it in, and then you like look down, and it's all just one big bucket, and it's clearly just more garbage.
Right? Yeah. That's annoying. But yeah, I would say that's the funniest case for it, is that actual not littering is more fun than littering.
It's worse than not doing the crime. Terrible crime.
Yeah. F. Complete F. But man, we got a humdinger. And again, guys, we're not talking about the person choking on their own puke in the weird house sleeping all, you know what I mean? We're not talking about that. We're talking about at its most fun. Bring it up on the page here. Bring it up on the screen here. Bring it up on the page. What are we reading, a book together? Drugs, guys. Come on, drugs.
Selling
drugs.
them, using them, buying them. It's fun. It's great.
Yeah,
it's thrilling. You get high afterwards. It's fantastic.
All of it's really fun. The Wire, one of my favorite movies or TV shows. And the movie version.
A lot of people having a great time in that show.
Yeah, a lot of people having a great time in that show. But no, honestly, yeah, it's totally an S. I mean, all the way, because at its most fun. And I love too, you know, the I think the most intense like recovered addict. I always love
got into the pixie sticks.
I always love what they say. Like the most intense addict too will say this, and I have felt this in the past. Like the part where you do the drug isn't even the best part. It's the part where you like want something so bad, and then you get it every single time. And like that feeling of like going to the dude's house, and like now it's boring for me in LA. I walk into it's so normalized. Like it actually took a lot of the fun out of it. I now enjoy marijuana in a much more like dialed in, less kind of like silly way than I used to, right? But because it used to be so much more of a thrill but the part where you are like, we've got to go to this place and deal with this weird guy and like, you know, say nice things about his posters or whatever it is and like talk to him about something I don't even care about and like get the thing and then go home and then you show up and everyone's like, yeah, dude, we got that thing. It's so fun. So yeah, but I think I think it's gonna have to be an S.
Yeah, I'm down for that. Throw it up there. It's drugs. It's drugs.
Yeah, it's drugs.
Cool
It's
crime.
drugs. It's
There's
drugs.
no
All right,
arson, but it's great.
there you go. All right, let's look at the list. I meant to move some things around. I think here. You know what? I think I gotta move media piracy down to a D, bro.
All right.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. Put that. It's come on. A bank heist. We're gonna compare a bank heist to a fucking Napster download. You can pop it, Tirzo. Wow, Tirzo.
Wow, that
The
is a
high
lot
school
of
S.
vandalism.
We're really gonna do the high school S. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I don't care what people say. That evil clown is fun.
All right.
Fun evil clown.
That's mine. Also, Quantum Tits and Dog Fucker. What was the other guy's name?
You gotta think of
And Pig Bullets.
Pink Bullet. Not even close. Not even close, Holden.
I don't know what people want to be these days, but Pig Bullets and also Quantum Tits. Quantum Tits, Vita Balloon move shoplifting up. I spent a lot of my teens shoplifting, and it was fun. Yeah, Tit Lord, Tit Lord and Dog Fucker. Absolutely. All right, and Pig Bullets. Pig Bullets. Let us know what yours is. Jeremy, do you have a veto for us?
You can move anything
think
up
I
or
do.
down one tier.
I don't think I have a veto. I was trying
That's
to think if
fine,
I
that's
could
fair.
Make it fewer S tiers, but crimes are just so fun to do.
I
They're all
respect
just
that.
It's a good time.
And I like that you're not forcing a veto. Like, I respect that. You're happy with the list, you're happy with the list. We don't, you know what I mean?
Maybe I'll save it for after this last chat person ruins my beautiful tier list.
That's the thing. You could always, unveto a veto with yours. Pig Bullets, what do you got? Pig Bullets, what do you got? Stop trying to put murder down to F. I get why you think that, but it is still more exciting than walking, and you have to admit that.
I think I have to make it a poll. I think I have to. The chat needs
Guys,
to be heard.
come on! It's there's no way it's not as it's on the same level as literally the act of walking. And Pig Bullets, make it a poll for the chat. And Pig Bullets, what happened to you? Where are you? I miss you, Pig Bullets. Pig Bullets will give you until the end of this poll to speak up. Can I unvote a veto? You can move anything around, anything you want.
Yeah, it's
yes.
your America.
You can move anything anywhere. Walking is a D. I'm voting in this one. You got to be kidding me, guys. It's not the same as walking. Stay. Oh, unbelievable.
Oh wow.
Pig Bullets, what do you got? We're waiting. We're having a moment right now.
Thrilling. Says Pig. Murder up.
If murder goes up, I mean...
Murder's
up to C! It's
late
up-
rally for murder. There's a few seconds left if you are...
No, is it done? It's
No,
not
no.
done yet. It's not done yet.
It's not done
almost
yet.
done
It's
now.
not done
It's
yet.
close. It's neck and neck, dude. 18
It's close.
votes.
It's, oh my God. Which is it going to be? Which is it going to be? Oh my God. This is so... Oh my God. It's so close. It's so close.
It's up to C. It's murder has been moved up to C. Unreal.
I'm gonna use my balloon just to push it up to B because it's funny. Just get it up there. Why not? Double it. Throw it up there.
Wow.
Who doesn't like to kill?
Most people, I think, is the consensus.
I just like to see, upward movement.
Yeah.
Congratulations to murder.
We love to see an underdog like murder.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, Pig Bullets.
You murdered that balloon.
Pig Bullets, do you want to right the wrongs of history?
Yeah, Pig Bullets, you can put murder back. Murder got
You can
away
get
with
murder
it.
up
Oh
to
my
an
god.
A.
And
You can
anyone
almost
upset
make
about
murder
this,
win.
okay, try to frame it in your mind. Okay, fine. The murder victim is Hitler. Can we just make the murder victim Hitler so that we can make people less upset about it?
A lot of Nazis in the chat think it's not so cool to kill Hitler, I guess. Very interesting.
And Pig
Very
Bullets, what do you got? And we're out of here. Pig Bullets? Pig Bullets.
Pig Bullets is
Pig Bullets,
just
check out. All right, Pig
getting
Bullets,
off.
you have 1 minute, and we're closing this thing in. We're already way
moral
over.
obligation to push murder to A. It has to be done.
I feel like
Get
it's a
it up
moral
there.
imperative to de-emphasize. What? Oh, wow.
All right, Pig Bullets, you've got 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
Oh, God.
5,
This is too stressful.
4, 3,
my
and I'm only
God.
doing it like this because that one guy got really upset with me that one time that I cut the show off before they got to say anything. 2,
Oh
1,
my
it's
God.
over. We're locked. It's
When
done.
the
It's
world
over.
needed him most.
All right, everybody.
Get a B.
See
me?
What is that?
I see you. I see you. All right.
Wow. You
That's
are
it.
heard and you are
It's done.
They
It's over.
They messaged? What do you mean? They
You messaged? What do you mean you messaged? You can't message.
sent
Put
a
it in chat.
whisper?
Don't
does
don't
that
DM. There's chat.
Are
All
you
right.
afraid of being like
Anyways,
screenshotted? That
let's
you
go
love
through the list.
murder or
Let's go
something?
through the list.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. At F, we've got littering, tax evasion, and jaywalking. At D, we've got cybercrime and media piracy, kind of in the same place right there. At C, we've got burglary. At B, we've got robbery and murder. Don't come at me. At A, we've got speeding and shoplifting. It's also just a bullshit list, guys. It's going to be okay. At S, we've got fraud, arson, vandalism, battery, and drugs. There you
This
go.
is actually
Thank you so much.
binding. This is now the official ranking.
Yeah, all of these crimes will now be
You all have
reweighted.
to agree.
Absolutely.
The war on drug prohibition is back after they found out how fun it was.
All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Appreciate you guys for joining us. And thanks again to James and Tirzo, of course, as well. Thank you, Jeremy. Is there anything you would like to plug on our way out?
Oh yeah, listen to my podcast, Quorators. We read the website Quora, and we make fun of the questions on them. Go check it out.
Absolutely. Can I read this?
Pig
Yes, I will
Bullets,
read
yes,
that.
we can read everything you
It's
write.
maddening.
The one
It's
thing
maddening.
you haven't
Pig
written
Bullets is the smartest troll I think I've
finally-
ever dealt with. Pig Bullets is a
Someone found the
brilliant
Pig
troll.
Bullets thing where he said put Jaywalking down one, but it's already at F, right?
There you
So it's
go.
not even-
Ultimate
already
pro.
at F.
Dude, pro troll. Love that about you. You got us to do the show for an extra 5 minutes. All right, everybody. Have a good one. Get
Cartoon Dumpster tomorrow. Check it out. Puppet
Oh,
Chair.
Holden is on Twitch. I make man mean. I make a mean man.